Hello and welcome to Books Anonymous. My name is Craig.
And my name is Andy, and I am Craig's sponsor. You will get over
All right.
this.
I don't know. I have a confession.
Oh, what have you got? What have you got?
I haven't got it yet.
What have you ordered? Oh, wait, I've got a feeling I know what you ordered.
I did. I did, Andy. I'm really sorry.
Was it one that you had the chance to buy the other day?
I have purchased, and anyone that knows their folklore will know what this means straight away. I have purchased the
Oh,
Reader's
yep.
Digest folklore
Damn.
of the British Isles. Yeah.
I'm already feeling covetous of this. Um,
It's been in the back of my mind for a while now, and I keep twitching and twitching, and I've tried to even find like a PDF of it just to kind of have a peek. Can't find anything.
do you
The way
know?
I justified it by buying it from Oxfam, which means technically it was a charity donation.
Do you know? That Simpsons episode, Radioactive Man issue 1. Do you remember that one?
Yes.
When Millhouse about that's gonna be like, I'm just gonna like beg you to come over and just look at it, just smell the print.
I also made sure because there is I think a 73 and a 79 edition. I've got the 73, it's the first edition.
Okay, but what if there's
Um,
more stuff in the 79?
well, maybe, but the older they are, the more they're worth, I guess.
True, true. As I said, there was a 73 edition that I knew someone was getting rid of for 35 quid a few years ago, and I didn't take it. I
I
was hard
paid
up. I wasn't doing this podcast at the time, and it was like, well, shit. I feel bad about
Yeah,
that now.
I won't say how much I paid. It was definitely more than 35 quid.
Maybe I
It's
did
more
get
than
it.
I've ever paid for a book, but at the same time, I justified it by, well, I can't actually. No, this is Books Anonymous. I have a problem.
I
I
I
actually they had a deal on where if you bought three books, you got 30% off. So by buying two more books with it, I paid basically the same price as I would have if I just bought the book.
that's cool. Get two, three books with it.
So
Awesome.
basically got two free books that are also on obviously folklore. I think it's Folklore and Witchcraft in Wiltshire and Dorset is one of them,
Nice.
which might be interesting. And another one that had a similar title. It was I can't remember now, to be honest. Folklore and Myths of Britain or something like that it's called.
Excellent. Well,
Yeah.
no, nice. I mean, I know how much it cost. I won't say it here, but it was enough. All I'll say is there was a beautiful first edition manual on swordsmanship from the 1890s. One of only 300 made, leather bound, illustrated,
Did you buy it with leather bound
numbered
pounds?
number numbered copy. I didn't buy it, but it was the same price as you paid for that book. Um,
Yes. Well,
and I nearly bought it, so I do get it. But I was like, this won't help me podcast.
that's not even. No, I don't know why I bought it. I mean, I do,
So it's a
but
beautiful thing, and you want it.
yeah, and they're quite rare. So it's
Who
like, I
wants
mean,
it? Who needs
it's
it?
it's a little bit odd that they don't reprint it. To be honest, there must be a reason why they're not allowed or something. Like,
Driving
I
up
mean,
those, there's whoever's in responsible has got like a big stack of them that they're just slowly releasing. Have apart from
hmm.
your bookish adventures, have we got any weird news?
Oh, I've got the weirdest of weird news today, Andy.
Oh, go on, give us some weirdest of weird.
Uh, okay, where do we start? Okay, let's start with. I think we'll start with that one because we had Guy Fawkes this week, didn't we? So,
We did.
Jesus related stuff. So, this is from the Metro. $20 image of Jesus is leaking myrrh and performing miracles, according to believers.
Excellent.
So, there are many stories of statues weeping, but have you ever heard of a picture seeping? One father claims that sounds wrong, doesn't it? I don't
Picture
know why.
seeping.
One father claims that a sacred image of Mary and a young Jesus is producing myrrh and has done since 1997.
Wow.
So as people flock to this miraculous picture, what exactly is going on? The picture is not something that's rare. It's a $20 mass-produced picture that was allegedly found in Toronto and gifted to Father Nectarios Yangson for a name day celebration. He now sits at Honolulu's Holy Theotokos of Iveran Russian Orthodox Church. But according to the father, the framed picture has been oozing a sticky, fragrant substance that smells something like roses, which the father says is myrrh. Myrrh. Just like saying myrrh.
Myrrh. That's do you ever watch Bottom?
Yes, I did watch Bottom
Do you remember
many years ago.
the Christmas episode? Like when
Might have to remind me.
I think it's Spud Gun, Dave Hedgehog, and someone else turn up, and they've had a baby left there, and it's like they're convinced it's Jesus. It's like, and the three wise men. They've got, one of them's got like a gold bar, like as in the chocolate. One of them's got a Frankenstein mask, and one of them's got this perfume, this aftershave called Gurr. It's like gold, Frankenstein, and Gurr.
Grr. Okay, so the father wrote a letter to his parish in 2007 saying that he suddenly noticed a sudden overwhelming scent of myrrh in his office that even his cat noticed. He wrote, I was working in my office, which also doubles as our home chapel, where our icon corner is located. My cat walked into the office and began to sniff around as if it smelled of something. I did not smell anything. He proceeded to walk towards the area where our family reliquaries, Andy. Reliquaries is what I'm trying to say.
Reliquaries.
Reliquaries are kept. You know, I was looking at the word thinking, I know the word, I can say this word, and then I couldn't.
You gave it a try.
I did. I got there in the end. Reliquaries. I thought this was strange since he would never go near the reliquaries. Amazingly, something always stopped him and his nosy cat. Yet this time he stood on his hind legs and sniffed around, I assume in order to figure out what the smell was. I still didn't smell anything. I proceeded to pick him up, and then I noticed the scent. It was so strong, even overwhelming. He said, I never have I smelled anything like that in my life. I couldn't explain why I hadn't smelt it before. It was like 1,000. It was like
usually
1,000...
on a road trip with you. Sorry.
Come on, this is a serious religious moment here.
Fair
it was
enough.
like 1,000 roses had fallen into the room. I crossed myself and guarded myself with Jesus's prayer. I put the cat down and proceeded to look at the icon. I like the fact he crossed himself with a cat. I finally came to the icon of the cross and noticed that the bead of myrrh by the side wound of Christ was still dry. For a split second, I regained some composure, even as the smell of roses was getting stronger. I then looked down and my hand was wet. It was myrrh. How did it get there? The icon was dry. Or was it? He says the beads of the substance formed on the baby Jesus's left knee in the image, and within days it was covered with resin. I feel like someone was using these to smuggle drugs, and he's just like getting covered in resin.
High as balls.
I mean, that would explain a lot, to be fair. The father since claims that numerous miracles have been attributed to the image, including the healing of blindness and eye disease, cancer, demonic possession. That's good for a future episode. Paralysis, kidney disease, chronic pain, and debilitating viruses. Visitors to the church have dipped cotton swabs into the substance and pressed them against their forehead. The image has traveled to more than 1,000 churches in the US and around the world, where the father says it has been venerated by millions of people.
You think it gains tulpa status at that point? Like it sort of, maybe it does something because so many people believe it does.
That's an interesting question, Andy, and I'm not qualified enough to say. But it's plausible. I mean, it's kind of folie 1,000. What's 1,000 in French?
I don't know. Whatever lots is.
Yes. Folie lots.
Folie loads.
Yeah, footage of the icon has circulated online showing the image inside a wooden case that is claimed to be seeping myrrh. Um, a white cloth has been placed on the back of the case, which appears to become soaked by the resin, as was the table it was placed on. He's shared on the church's website. Some days have been completely dry, while on other days they are covered in myrrh. Yet whether they stream or not, they continuously give off an extremely strong scent of roses. It's truly a great miracle. I sometimes wonder if it's a warning.
Weird warning.
The show's called Wyrd Wessex, Andy, I think you'll find. You should know that after 2 years.
Get in there, get in there. Uh, yeah, I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean that's I was going to say the end of the article. As I say, it's not really an article. It was more a series of pictures with captions. But
yeah, they do that. So you click and click and click more, and they get more ads at the bottom of the screen every time, and
oh, they
therefore
get
you're
money every time
cycling.
I click.
So yeah, I mean, interestingly enough, I was looking up relics recently, so I can have a reliquary,
Oh
and
yeah, easy for you to say.
I so they're divided into classification. I was looking up holy oil for reasons, and
Sure.
and I noticed it's like it is, it's a third class relic because it's been sanctified and touched to a first or a second class relic. So
Yes.
traditionally, they are divided into three classes. First class is like a body part or a of a saint's or something directly related to Christ's life, like a piece of the true cross or something like that, or piece of the shroud of Turin, or a nail that
Or
he
his
hammered in or
foreskin.
something. Yeah, that's it, or his foreskin. Um,
No, I'm pretty
no,
sure
no,
that
no, it
is.
is, it is, yeah.
Yeah, I know it sounds like I'm taking the piss for anyone that's listening that maybe
I
hasn't heard
guess
that. That wasn't a
the
gag. Jesus's foreskin is, I don't know where it is, but there is a claim, or at least probably multiple.
can we get someone to look at that? By someone, I mean Craig.
The Holy Prepuce,
That's a nice way of saying it.
or Holy Foreskin, is one of several relics attributed to Jesus, consisting of the foreskin removed during the circumcision of Jesus. At various points in history, a number of churches in Europe have claimed to possess the Prepuce. Sometimes at the same time. It's a miracle. He had multiple penises. Yeah, it just goes on to tell you about other stuff and relics. But yeah, so there is, yeah. Jesus, that's one of the more random ones, but there is a
So yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that I can't remember when it was. It was when I was a kid, but I saw a fragment of the True Cross, and they reckon there's enough fragments of the True Cross to make up about 4 or 5 crosses.
mm,
And a lot of them are like wood from the Roman era, but it could be wood from anything. Now, the second class relics are objects from saints' lives, like clothing, rosaries, habits, stuff like that. So something, that belonged to the saint and they used rather than a body part, which is a first class. And a third class relic is an item that's been touched by a first or a second class. So technically, what I'd be buying with this holy oil was touched to a first class relic, therefore making it a third class relic. It's
mm.
just quite interesting.
So where does my holy water that I gave you class as? Because technically it's from the River Jordan, and we've already discussed that's holy because Jesus was baptized in the river. So is
Yes,
that
even though
first
it's not the
class?
same water. I No, I don't think so. I guess the river touched him, but it's not like the direct water. So I guess it makes it a third class relic. So I've got a bit of weird news.
Should get that looked at.
hmm Man drives through cemetery in Tesla and makes terrifying discovery on the dashboard.
Oh, not this.
Have you heard it?
This is old.
Is it?
And Lad Bible probably did it yesterday, but
Yeah.
yeah, all right. Go on.
Go on, no,
I
no,
won't.
you tell us what it is just to
Nah.
make sure.
Well, he drives through, and on the screen, there's people appearing on the screen that aren't there in real life,
All right, fair
right?
enough. Fair enough.
As far as I gather, it's like just fake. I mean,
Yeah,
and
from what, yeah.
there are other people that have done it since that say they get the same effect, but again, it seems to be just fake.
So I'll just cover it real quick then, rather than going into it too
Sorry to
much, because I
shit on
don't.
it. I mean, when I saw it, I was like, "Ooh," and then I was like, "Nah, this is shit."
Yeah, it's well, I just feel poo-pooed all over now. So, for those who do want to hear, essentially, someone's driving through, and it's got like a you got the 360 sort of camera angles on a Tesla and all the bells and whistles, and you get representations of them on a screen, sort of, and their proximity to you in the car. Now, you were getting these human figures around this cemetery when there was no humans there. Now, this could either be a glitch, it could be fake, and they're making it up. Or if it
Why is
is
he
there,
driving in a cemetery?
I don't know. So, I mean, you do get some little roads that go through cemeteries. It could be the spirits of the dead. The most likely things, if it is there, if it is seeing it, is either the headstones are a weird shape. You don't get things that sort of shape in everyday outside of cemetery sort of life. So it's possibly just a, sort of a glitch where it thinks a certain shape of headstone is a person, or it's Tesla fucking with people. Seems like quite a fun prank. Like, let's have these shot up in graveyards. Um, so yeah, that's a story, quite a non-story. All right, well I'll hit us with another one then. Um, I stayed in UK's most haunted hotel. There was an unexplainable noise in the dead of night. This is from the Mirror. And I don't know if you've heard of this one. Perched on
I
Bodmin
haven't.
Moor in Cornwall, this hotel is renowned for its eerie tales and rich tapestry tracing back to the 1750s. Can you tell where it is yet? As we're in the midst of spooky season, there's nothing quite as chilling as spending a night in a hotel reputed to be one of the most haunted in the UK, the Jamaica Inn. An old coaching inn with a dark past believed to involve smuggling and ghostly stories. I've heard that on a podcast.
Oh, we've been there, haven't
We
we?
have.
Oh, is that there? It's the one that's got a blue plaque now that says Wyrd Wessex filmed here.
That's the one. That's the one. So it goes on about the fascinating history of the place, which I'm not going to talk about because if you want to learn about it, go and watch your episode. Um, and the views of the inn were amazing onto the moor. The atmosphere is expected from an old smuggler's inn, full of mystery and intrigue. So someone who'd gone there, I think partly to see if they could find anything supernatural. We'd done some research before arriving and saw that some rooms in the new and many rooms in the original areas had activity from the paranormal. Um, Within a few minutes, I was in the bathroom getting ready for a shower and heard a very loud male whistle from inside the room, corner nearest the bedroom. When asking my partner if she had whistled and getting a response of absolutely no, I felt suddenly on edge. It's no mystery that whilst the hotel has been transformed into a contemporary cosy pub and unpopular with travellers, its spine-chilling past is renowned for a good reason. While many other guests claim to have never experienced anything of the sort, others can't help but let their minds wander. And that's about it, really. So it's a short one. Most of it's just the history of the inn. But yeah, apparently someone that went there as a travel reviewer, well, a TripAdvisor travel reviewer, one of these people that goes to lots of places like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, they heard, and that was quite recently. They heard this loud whistle in their room. Um, I mean, we didn't
Hmm.
feel anything. I don't know. I did feel this presence like climbing in behind me at night when I was in bed. Sort of these cold hands wrap around me.
It's weird because all I experienced was your snoring. But
You can talk. Um, yeah.
so,
So
Andy, the earliest reference I can find to the graveyard Tesla ghost is a Reddit thread from 4 years ago.
blimey,
So
lad
that's why
Bible, you're
when
doing
I
me
said it
dirty.
was old, well, yeah, so that's the first thing that comes up, and there are multiple websites that are talking about it at the moment. So it is in the news. So you're not wrong, but I knew I'd heard it before, and yeah, 4 years ago that it
Fair
came up on a
enough.
Reddit thread. Yeah. But
All
you're
right.
right. It's mostly a misinterpretation of the system of big tombstones.
Fair.
That's the theory behind it. Lad Bible is actually the top search result when you look it up, though, and it was from 4 days ago. So yeah, it is current. I've done that with articles before. It's all good. It's these things get recycled. That's the problem. And then
Hmm.
they do, oh, it's Halloween. We need a thing, and then they do a story, but it's not technically recent. But anyway, I have a new source for us, Andy.
Go on. Dave down the
Men's
pub.
Health.
Men's Health. Dave
Hmm.
down the pub.
Basically, Dave down the pub, isn't it? Um, Scientists are one step closer.
To the edge.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew
That's why
it.
you paused.
Scientists are one step closer to letting humans breathe through their butts.
Finally. They
Finally,
talk they
what we've
talk
all been
about
waiting for.
cures for cancers, they talk about making us live longer. Why don't they give us what we actually want, what we've been crying out for since the dawn of time, which is being able to breathe through our assholes?
Well, it starts off. This isn't a joke, though it did kind of start off as one. Um, Scientists are now one step closer to answering a critical question. Is it possible to breathe through your butt? But first, some background. In 2024, Japanese researchers from Osaka University were awarded the Ig Nobel Prize. You might have heard of that, Andy.
I've heard of that.
A satirical award for weird and fascinating science discoveries, as you mentioned on a recent episode. Um, it says in nature, butt breathing actually isn't a new idea. Animals like turtles and certain fish species can breathe through their back end. And the scientists who earned the Ig Nobel Prize found that mammalian arseholes, like one from rodents and pigs, actually can absorb oxygen through the rectum in emergency situations. And now we know that humans might be capable of doing it too.
Wow.
Just checking the date. No, it is really. Do you know, as I'm reading this, I've heard this somewhere before and quite a long
It
time
sounds
ago.
familiar.
I have heard this before, and it wasn't recently, but the article's dated this week. It says, um, earlier this week, the same Japanese scientists published a new study in Med that reported the results of the first human trial testing the safety of the method they plan to use to deliver oxygen through the back door. It says you might be thinking that nobody asked for this, but if butt breathing in humans works the same way as it does in animals, the researchers suggest enteral ventilation could be a last resort to keep people with severe respiratory failure alive. So yeah, it has real life benefits.
Fair enough.
The trial included 27 healthy men who volunteered to hold between 25 and 1,500 milliliters of non-oxygenated perfluorocarbon liquid in their rectum for an hour. The results, there were no serious harmful effects. However, people who took the highest volume of the liquid did complain about abdominal bloating, discomfort, and some pain. Out of the 27, only 7 people couldn't make it to the hour mark. The highest tolerable dose was at 1,000 milliliters. This is the first human data, and the results are limited solely to demonstrating the safety of the procedure and not the effectiveness. The idea is to use perfluorocarbon liquid containing a highly concentrated version of oxygen, which could permeate through the intestinal wall and into the bloodstream, as the 2024 study indicates could be possible. There you go. So there is an earlier study. I thought I'd heard this. And then they would measure how long it takes for blood oxygen levels to improve. But it ends with, so don't hold your breath or but just yet.
Well, that's something we'll work on, I guess, together.
Yes. So there you go. That was men's health weird news. Although not specifically about men, to be fair. I mean,
No, everyone's welcome to give it a go.
If you want to breathe through your butt, let us know in the comments. Or
All of
don't.
a sudden, we get loads of comments.
It's
Um,
one-way breathing for me, Andy.
so I'm going to take another Lad Bible one, as it did me dirty last time. I'm going to hopefully this one will hold out and actually be a new story.
It's actually funny, isn't it? Because then that story I just did was kind of recycled in a way as well. So
Yeah.
we've both done semi-old stories, really, but not ones we've done on the show before. So it's
No,
still, yeah,
it's new to someone. Now,
yes.
this one is one that's popping up all the time when searching for weird news. And of course, it involves 31 Atlas.
Oh, goody.
Um,
Is it here yet?
well, experts warn people to brace ourselves as mystery alien spaceship to reach Earth tomorrow. Tomorrow being the 29th of October, as of
Okay,
recording this. So
so
this might
this
have already
may or may
happened.
not go out.
So yeah, this is it's timed.
I've
It's
said it before. I welcome our new alien overlords.
exactly. So yes, it goes on to a bit of history of the comet, which we've spoken about on here before. And Avi Loeb from Harvard insisting there is a good chance that it is a piece of alien technology. 30 to 40% chance scenario where Atlas was not naturally formed, he says. He mentions two possibilities. First, its intentions are entirely benign, and second, they are malign. So it's either coming to scope us out to have a look and be friendly, or coming to scope us out, or prior to an invasion or invading. Now, he recently spoke to Mayim Bialik, who was in Big Bang Theory. I can't remember who he played. I'll find that out for us very quickly.
I actually didn't like Big Bang Theory. Sorry, guys.
I'm not a massive fan, take it or leave it.
I haven't watched a lot of it, but when I was recommended it, I really couldn't get into it, so I just gave up on it.
Oh, she plays Amy. She's Sheldon's girlfriend.
Oh, I've heard of Sheldon. Don't know who that is, but I've heard the name.
I think she's actually a scientist as well. Go on.
I was just going to say, so they're saying it's tomorrow.
Yes. So he said that the 29th of October is a day to keep in your calendar. If you want to take a vacation, take it before the 29th of October, because who knows
Right,
what
I'm
will
off.
happen.
Stay weird. No, okay. So I'm just interested because as far as I know, the closest it gets to Earth is on the 20, is it the 23rd of December, I think? Everyone's talking about November, but when I was looking at it the other day, I noticed it's actually December is the nearest it gets. And even then, it's 1.5 times the distance of the sun from Earth.
Yeah,
So
I
how is
wonder
it getting here
why.
tomorrow?
Well, alien, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know why he says it that way. You know, sort of why he's decided it's
It's going to be 270 million kilometers or 170 million miles
yeah,
from Earth on December 19th.
fair
Um,
enough.
1.8 astronomical units, which is, yeah, 170 million miles away from Earth and poses no danger to Earth, according to NASA, if we
They
believe them.
would say that.
Um, it will be closest, it will make its closest approach to the sun on October 30th. So maybe that's where he's getting it from.
So what he's saying is,
It will be 130 million miles away from Earth in 2 days' time, which is inside the orbit, the orbit
oh, so it's
of
passing
Mars.
closest. It's passing closest to the sun on the 29th, apparently.
Yeah, it says around the 30th, so yeah, I'll give you that.
Apparently, he got a text message the other day from someone who said that he's trading options on the validity of the market with an expiration date of October the 29th.
Okay, so the thing is, though, where it will be then, it will not be visible to the naked eye.
No, I think that was the idea that it's
You have
I
to use a
don't
powerful telescope.
yeah, I don't know, but he's the guy that's pushing all this is saying tomorrow as of recording.
So, specifically from July to September, it became too close. No, sorry, it's visible after sunset between July and September. It will become too close to the sun to observe after October 1st. Reappearing in the morning sky early December. So it's going to be hanging around for a while. I mean, we've got till Christmas at least.
Um
In related news from the New York Post that's come up is how Manhattan-sized 31 Atlas comet could actually help protect Earth from future asteroids. There you go, positive news instead of weird news.
there you go.
It says, contrary to allegations that 31 Atlas is potentially hostile alien tech, the Manhattan-sized comet could provide potentially Earth-saving intel. Researchers claim that a NASA-backed campaign to track the interstellar object zipping through our solar system could help us monitor other hazardous objects in the future.
I mean,
Um,
I've always thought it is one of those things that we don't, I remember as a kid thinking, why aren't we taking asteroids more seriously? It's like, because, asteroids smash into things all the time in cartoons back then, right? Um,
well, that's an interesting point though. So there's a thing about, and I'm sure I will have told you this before. So there's a thing about solar flares and how they would knock out the power grid and we'll have no power for years, right?
yeah,
So a guy, and I heard this many moons ago. I mean, years and years ago, probably on a podcast. Um, there was a guy that's an expert in these solar flares that wrote a
yeah,
whole paper warning the American government how for something like if you add $1 a bill to everyone's energy bills,
yeah.
we can put in a system that will prevent it from knocking out the system and ever causing a problem. So he wrote a paper, he sent it to the government. The government took one look at it and went, I know who this is of interest to, and sent it to that guy.
Ah,
And yeah, so they never actually got anywhere. And the problem is yes, it's maybe $1 a bill, but the government go, oh no, we can't do that because
yeah, will be
it's gonna cost.
unpopular.
Yeah, so they just don't do it. And
And, certain places with certain political scapes at the moment, a lot of them probably don't even believe in asteroids.
possibly, but this was years ago. This is
Hmm.
before any of the current admin, shall we say.
Yeah, or the
I like
zeitgeist
referring
around
to
it.
our current leaders as admins.
Definitely. I was just looking at a live science article that says the interstellar interstellar object 31 Atlas is about to get very active, barreling towards its closest point to the sun. How different will it look when it reappears on the other side?
Or it'll smash into the sun
And
and
go,
turn in. Yeah. It's going to turn into a transformer and I don't know, morph into a whatever they think it is, some alien spaceship. Or it's going to like break off into loads of tiny little droids that are going to straight towards Earth.
that's it. Um, yeah, I mean, it's going to potentially, like, being that close to the sun will potentially change the shape of it. If the radiation from the sun sort of heats up all the ice on it and, bits come off.
Oh, you mean, yeah, okay. I thought you meant it was going to change the shape of the sun. I was like, that could be a problem.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we'll see where that goes, but not, I mean, it's cool. We've had comments like that before where it's like, that's a weird shape. Right. You got any last bits of weird news for us?
We could do a ghosty one if you like. I got one you haven't mentioned, but I know you've seen because you sent it to me the other day.
Go on then.
It's from The Guardian. Faceless figures and mysterious music. Ghost stories from English heritage sites.
Excellent.
Um, It says, alerted to an intruder, the security guard at Chester Castle knew something was up when his normally fearless dog refused to leave the car. When the guard investigated, he felt 100 eyes on him, but found no one. The cameras did, however, record a strange, faceless figure walking in front of the main gates, precisely where the medieval gatehouse once stood. It says English Heritage is not saying the mysterious figure was a ghost, nor is it saying it wasn't. I guess it's good for business, right? Especially this time of year. The sighting was reported with rare documentary evidence after a call out was made to site-based staff for examples of strange goings-on, whether it was unexplained noises or eerie sightings at properties that include abbeys, castles, stately homes, and Roman ruins. The response at English Heritage was overwhelming. There was a disembodied hand at Belsey Hall in Northumberland, chilling unexplainable, I nearly said unexplicable, unexplainable piano music through the walls of Bolsover Castle in Derbyshire, and a sighting of what appeared to be soldiers disappearing into the woods around Rest Park in Bedfordshire. Michael Carter, a curator of history at English Heritage, said the accounts added to a centuries-old tradition of ghostly stories associated with English historic landmarks. I mean, that's the gist of the article, really. Old places got ghosts, innit?
Yeah, that's why we go to them sometimes.
Have you seen a ghost? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I guess that about wraps it up for AfterWyrd this time round. Thank you very much for listening. If you like this, give it a like, give it a comment. That always helps. And also, we are nearly at 600 subscribers. I don't know if we're going to get our 1,000 by the end of the year, like we initially hoped. But if we could get to 666 by the end of the year, that is achievable and awesome. So, tell your friends about us and then stop once we get to 666, but then start again so we want them.
No, start again. I was going to say, I was looking through some of the old episodes at the weekend, actually, and Michael Taylor, when I looked, was at 666, which is pretty cool.
And then you accidentally clicked on the episode and it went 667. Well, do you remember, was it Ian Lawman, that cool-looking exorcist with the tattoos that you fancied?
Do I remember? Four.
I've just noticed Beardo Gets Scared has posted a video. It's a couple of months ago, but it just came up. My biggest debunk ever, the fake exorcist, Ian Lawman, exposed.
Oof.
That I'll watch at some point.
Oh, okay. I thought it was an article. Okay.
It's a video, and it's 24 minutes long.
I have exorcised the demon. This house is clear.
This house is clear.
Can you feel it? Can you? Ha! Ha! No, sorry.
So thank you for listening, and until next time.
Don't blame the owls.